Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. And welcome to the 2017-2018 academic year. Greetings to all faculty, staff, returning students, and most importantly to the class of 2021. Congratulations, you're all officially Bobcats. It was not too long ago, 2 years specifically, that I sat in the very seat you all are sitting in right now. I remember it was a pretty hot day, and as I sat there in the heat listening to all the speakers tell us how amazing these next 4 years would be, I somehow could not keep my mind off of how much I missed my mom and her home cooking. What was also running through my mind was how in the world I was supposed to navigate these next 4 years. Manage to get straight A's, make friends, play football, sleep, and find time to get involved, all while trying to make my law school application more compelling than the next. I'll be honest, I had no idea how, but what became apparent to me was that not knowing was okay, and that it would take time to adjust. I can tell you right now how my academic life somehow intertwined with my social life here at Bates. How my first year seminar, Searching for the Good Life with Professor Michael Sargent, changed my overall outlook on life's journey. Or how constitutional law with my advisor, Professor Stephen Engel, reinforced my desire to continue a career immersing myself within law and politics. But what I want to talk to you about today places Bates somewhat in the background. Let's go back to the summer of 2014, when I was a rising senior in high school. I was ecstatic not only because I was on my way to becoming a senior, but also because I was transferring to a lovely boarding school in Reedfield, Maine. I spent the summer training, getting ready for football season, when my family's life took an unexpected turn. I found out that my mother was diagnosed with cancer. I have 5 siblings. I'm the youngest. And with such a close-knit family, you can imagine the heartbreak that this brought upon us. I watched my mother my entire life give so much of herself and also take care of everyone else. I was also very angry, to be completely honest, that this had to happen to my mother, someone so genuine and someone so kind. I immediately told my parents that I wasn't going to transfer high schools, and they basically told me in no uncertain terms that I had an opportunity and that I was going to take it. I went through my senior year trying to focus on school as much as I possibly could, but everything in me just wanted to be back home with my mom. With cancer, there comes chemotherapy, radiation, hospital stays, doctor visits, and all of that cost a pretty penny. And meanwhile, I had a $52,000 boarding school education to worry about. There were times when I would get called into the business office, and they would tell me if my parents couldn't keep up with the tuition, that I would be kicked out of school. As a senior applying to colleges, you can imagine how difficult that would have been. Back home, my mother's health was deteriorating, and the one thing I wanted was for her to see me graduate. She did, and was able to watch me go through my freshman year of college. Fast forward to sophomore year, and her good days were off and on. Luckily, she was able to string together a few good days during the fall to come up during Parents' Weekend. And that weekend, she watched her son sing a solo with his newly joined a cappella group and register his first college sack against Williams. That was a pretty awesome weekend. The winter came, and it was pretty tough, as she was again great for a few days and back in the hospital days later. We spent Christmas in the hospital, as she had another surgery. The new year arrives, and I hear a lot from my parents during the month of January, telling me that things are looking great after my mom's second surgery, and she's stringing together constant good days. To make a very, very long story short, February comes along, and on a random Wednesday, I get a call from my mother asking me if I was sitting down. She tells me that she had a visit to her doctor, they ran all of these tests, and they couldn't find any more cancer in her body. An amazing miracle, but I'm sure you're truly wondering how does Bates get into that story. And I'll tell you, there is no way, absolutely no way, that I could have persevered through such an ordeal without being a part of the community that is Bates. My coaches became more than just coaches, but a supportive resource for me outside of my academics. Jessica Perez, my student support advisor, was always willing to talk and made herself available for whatever I needed. And how could I forget my 2 best friends, Nolan Burgos and Brandon Galloway, who quickly became my brothers. They were always around not only for conversation and a great laugh, but they also challenged me to be the best possible person I could be, and to not let such a situation define my time here. Bates is more than just a college. It's an accepting, strong, encouraging community and filled with people that you will someday call your family. On a larger scale, the true moral of that story is that in the midst of all the success, joy, and accomplishments you will have here at Bates, I can also guarantee you that there will also be times where you feel like you cannot keep going, where that problem set becomes too difficult to complete, where all of your professors are assigning homework as if theirs is the only class that you have, or when it's finals week, and your nights sleeping in Pegill Hall are still not long enough to help you retain all of the material for that terrifying cumulative exam. But take a moment and look at the people to your left and to your right. This place, the people sitting right next to you, the relationships, friendships, and extended family you will make during your next 4 years here. It is that makes this place so special. My freshman year, I knew this kid who was a shell of himself. He was quiet, he joined no clubs, he didn't go to gala, and he was terrified to walk into the jungle that is Commons. I say that for all of you to understand that where you are right now, captivated by those feelings of excitement, anxiousness, and probably a pinch of fear, are all perfectly okay. More importantly, I guarantee you that those feelings will someday fade, because that same terrified, uninvolved, and quiet freshman joined an a cappella group, got involved within a few committees, became student body president, and now has the fortuitous opportunity to begin his junior year speaking to all of you. It was Mark Twain who said 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do rather than the things you did do. So as you go through this 4-year journey, I challenge you all to explore, travel, take that class, dance with your Commons crush at gala, and do the very thing that even your wildest of dreams cannot have you do, because this is the place for it. As you experience all the great things that this place has to offer, I'll leave you with 3 final tips. 1, call your parents and the people that you love, because they're worried about you and expecting a call. Secondly, do your laundry on Mondays. Everyone does it during the weekend. You're going to have to wait forever for a dryer. And lastly, make sure you actually go to class. There are like 30 people in each, so your professors will know when you aren't there. Your next 4 years here are not just a cliche learning experience, learning opportunity, or a time for you to carry out the liberal arts mission. Your time here is something much more than that. It is the definition of a truly unique journey. As you go through this journey, allow Bates to help you define yourself, and take the time to not only use Bates to catapult you into your future, but as a fundamental cornerstone of your right now. Explore, dream, go out and change the world, because this is the place for it. Once again, welcome to Bates, and we are so proud to welcome you into your new family. Thank you.